Welcome. You find yourselves in the town tavern. Through the typical calm pierces an unfamiliar voice. It sings news of a nefarious power. A bard to herald a call to all who would answer. Seek out this villainy and destroy it. To succeed is to achieve everlasting glory and riches beyond imagining. To fail is to lose everything. Will you answer the call?
Fuck it.
Welcome. You find yourselves in the town tavern. Through the typical calm pierces an unfamiliar voice. It sings news of a nefarious power. A bard, to herald a call to all who would answer. Seek out this villainy and destroy it. To succeed is to achieve everlasting glory and riches beyond imagining. To fail is to lose everything. Will you answer the call?
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Lip sync only.
Okay, so anyway, all that stuff I just said, welcome back to WovenRealm, 13th Age. It's a great time. Use our code on their website. AJ is Constance, Chris is Soren, Sam's Oleander, Lucy's Zara, and Shaw will be returning in Season 2. I'm the one known as Puddins, or Alex, whichever you prefer. I'm the Game Master, or the oratory narrator, if you will. And thank you for joining us for the 17th episode of WovenRealm. So, last week on WovenRealm, we had a wild time as we arrived by choo-choo train to Wren's Run, where the party was subsequently ambushed by none other than Oinks Bane the Deadly, and a doppelganger of some strange variety, attacking them. And in the fight, a berserker was summoned and had burned Shaw, turning him into a berserker dragon and flying off in a rage of fire and fury. Down another companion, the party made their way to the Oprix Academy, where they met Oleander's co-worker and saw Fair's place of work. They also got to just kind of experience Oleander in her natural habitat, so to speak, and kind of enjoy civilization for the first time after a while. I'm blanking real real hard here.
We met with Lady Steel.
That's right. We met with Lady Steel to figure out, because Oleander was wondering, where the fuck did this cane come from and why? What's with this wacky shit that it's doing? And Kat's just like, don't know. Figure it out yourself, I suppose. Half the fun's the journey, in a very nice way. And it was very nice to see Lucy reprise the wonderful role of Kat. You should check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Anyway, then we met up with Oleander's guardian, Sigismund, Uncle Siggy for short. And that's where they were spending the evening, and that's where we left them last. So you wake up from your restful night at Oleander's apartment. Siggy would let you take the bed last night, and he set up a tent for himself in the other room because old habits die hard. He made everyone a wonderful dinner before he took his leave for the evening to go play with Ida, because dads and dogs, right? It's been quite some time since you've rested under a truly safe roof, and you find your night to be very restful. The noise of the city never truly grows silent, as Wren's Run is a place that rarely sleeps. It certainly feels different than the woodlands and small inns you've been staying through, though. Golden rays of sunlight stream inside through the blinds, signaling the new day. Looking out the window, you already see crowds of folk walking the street. Market tenders going to their stalls, folk leaving their apartments and going to work, the university or any number of the nearby businesses, and students hurrying towards Oprix to begin a new day, and the deep bellow of a train can be heard in the distance, arriving in the town. So, this is the part where you can finish up whatever unfinished business you may have in Wren's Run. Not sure if there's anywhere you want to stop or see here.
I don't think so for Oleander, at least. We pretty much did everything they wanted to do last time. I think she's sort of just enjoying some time at home, like being comfortable for a change.
Fair.
After a long time on the road.
That's fair.
It's like the closest to casual clothing anybody sees her in. Like, she's still wearing a very nice dress. It's just like less embellished. It's like her house dress, but it's like still very nice. But otherwise, yeah, I think I'm okay unless anyone else has any city business.
I don't know if anyone wanted to go shopping, explore.
Actually, do we have...
The Lord Nettrim Manor is here to learn more about that individual if you desire. Or you could make your way to the airship port and get yourself passage to Shiverdelve.
Who's Lord Nettrim? Do I know of them?
Yeah, when we met the dude in the cabin, Lord Nettrim was one of the aliases he took when he masqueraded and did the whole Count of Monte Cristo shit here in Wren's Run.
I would like to learn more.
He did tell us to come by, so...
Alright.
I guess we can stop in.
Like, is it like an empty, estate or something, right? Because it's like an old name.
It's actually its own... Well, Lord Nettrim fled eventually and kind of like... It's like just the manor stayed there and was kind of like a mark, and there's like kind of tunnels built into that little ridge there where Martin kind of hid his like clairvoyant shit then. But it's kind of maintained now by there's just kind of a wealthy lord who owns and maintains the property and kind of actually,
museum.
Yeah, maintains it like that's what he did.
The Edison House.
Kind of. It's kind of like going and visiting like Teddy Roosevelt's like childhood home in New York. Like it's like, oh yeah, like this rich baron was like, I want to preserve this piece of history because Martin's like that figure of Higardi legend. Like, yeah, he kind of stole this really important thing, but they all kind of love the story of it because it is quite epic. He masqueraded as a lord for years, like.
I mean, I'm down for a guided tour.
Yeah, I was gonna say, should we go take a tour? I mean, it's one of those things, like, I've been in Wren's Run my whole life, but you never do it until you have friends in town.
Oh, I do enjoy tours.
I can go to it. It'd be nice to see the city.
I admit I'm awfully curious.
Alrighty then. So you say your goodbyes to Sigismund. He does give Oleander a nice long hug before setting out.
Give him one back, which is probably, I think, the first time anybody sees her give a voluntary hug to somebody. And I will say she leaves a little note for Sancha behind.
And as you're leaving, Siggy's just like, "Oh, Oleander, just be careful out there, please."
I will be, I promise.
Look, let's talk of berserkers and stuff. I'm not gonna tell Sancha about that, I promise.
Oh, perhaps that will be for the best, at least for now. Once we find our friends again and have some answers, I'm sure she would love to hear all about it, but in the meantime, yeah, silence is best.
Now you make sure to not forget to feed Ida.
Oh,
She's
never.
looking thin.
Well, I don't know about that. She gets plenty of treats, I think. I'm pretty sure Constance sneaks her some when I'm not looking.
Meanwhile, there's Constance's hand behind the back, and Ida's snout is just in the hand, just making that dog slurping peanut butter noise.
Leftover bacon from breakfast.
Meat candy.
I know. Meat candy.
Meat candy.
So you make your way down and out of the apartment, walk, and it's not a very far walk to Martin's Row because the apartment sits right there on the edge. That's why the whole district's named that after Lord Netrim's great masquerade. And in no time, you are at this massive manor that's built into the cliffside. It's almost like a miniature fortress built into the bluff. And there's a very excited halfling tour guide who's very into the whole thing, dresses like the guy almost, with the big curly mustache, hat with the big feather, and is just like, all right, so you're here to learn about Lord Netrim, aka Martin the Pilfer, huh?
Yes.
All right, so, well, Martin the Pilfer, as you know, is the one who stole the Astropath Arcanum from the Astral Star monks.
Oh, I did not know that. Please tell me more.
Okay, so, anyway, and he's like walking you through the manor, and in the front, it's like really nice, and he's like, but check this out. Presses like a thing on the floor to show one of the old traps Martin had installed, where it's like the halberds on these statues, like the armor suits just...
Oh, what incredible engineering! These are wondrous traps. How were they constructed?
Well, you see, Martin was quite the brainy one, and just starts going on about how the suits of armor are enchanted and retrofitted Adelian technology. And it's just kind of, and Constance is totally just going on the off track of the things you don't really need to know about, just asking about all the littlest details. So eventually you kind of get to like the tunnels, and well, eventually Lord Netrim was discovered to be the one who was in fact Martin, and the Higardi moon legions were closing in. That's when Lord Netrim left. The manor's still here as a reminder of the greatest trick ever played.
How fascinating.
Oleander's totally taking notes in their little, notebook.
I'm gonna try to steal something.
Oh, goody.
I was gone for fucking one day, and Soren's like, you know what? Time to bring the chaos.
All right. Roll me a dexterity skill roll with a background if you have it.
Don't have one.
Oh shit! Here we go.
18.
All right. Like, what kind of object are we going for here?
Just like a little souvenir. I'm not trying to take anything of value. Just like great. Like Soren's kind of in the back. He's like, greatest trick, my ass, and he's just kind of like looking around for something to steal from the guy who pulled the greatest trick.
All right. You find like there's like a little statue idol that he has of like some frog god of the swamp, and you just kind of swipe that.
It's mine now. Soren doesn't even like stealing, for the record. But
you sure told that ghost.
We've met that ghost.
We
Some-
sure did.
And the halfling's just kind of like, and some say that Martin's ghost is still out there, but none know where he ended up with the Astropath Arcanum.
Oh. So he
Truly
is still
shocking.
a ghost.
Well, that's just the legend. No one's really sure. Anyway, the gift shop's
But
down
I-
that way.
But I would like some answers.
Well, there's books about this. I got another group coming in. I gotta. There's
Oh,
the gift shop
May
that
I
way
take
now.
the tour again?
That'll be 5 silver, please.
Oh. Well, I suppose I shall go to the gift shop then.
Oh, look, I think I see some pamphlets over there, Constance.
Constance, we'll go over to the pamphlets and start looking at them, and then she's gonna check to see if anyone's looking, and she's gonna start stuffing Eternal Trust pamphlets in there too.
Amazing. That is fantastic. I'm so happy. Were you like leaving them in the library books?
Oh yeah, it's like, you know how like some people will leave those fake $100 bill tips, and it says like God is the $100 bill or some, you know, cheesy crap. It's like that, like everywhere. They're just leaving them everywhere.
I love it so much. It's a lifestyle. It's definitely not a cult.
Not at all.
It's Constance's loot drop.
All right, so Constance, you finish loot dropping. All the gifts are just overpriced and not worth it. You know, there's probably like a mug and a little statue and maybe a pen.
I have found a 16th scale Astropath Arcanum replica.
We should actually take one of those. That might come in handy.
It's like 2 silver for the replica.
And it's like these big.
Yeah, it's like a little itty bitty replica.
Or-
At least we'll know what it looks
fathom.
like.
Well, we could use our eyes to do that, and not our silver.
Olander's like just drawing it. She's actually very good. If anybody's like watching her sketch.
You can just take it if you want.
We can't just take it, that's stealing.
Yeah, right.
Shaw's gone one day, and Soren's bringing the ultimate chaos.
He hasn't
Yes.
stolen anything yet.
Oleander, that's a very impressive likeness.
Oh, thank you very much. I have been drawing for a long time. I'll sort of flip through just like a few pages, because this doubles as Oleander's journal too. But there's definitely like a very nice picture of like Faye Azara in there too, as we're going through. Did we lose Lucy?
I think we lost Lucy.
I think we did. I think she's frozen. Azara is so in awe by Oleander's phenomenal
Why
artistic
does-
talents.
It just seemed like she was very still, and I'm like, what is she waiting for?
It's
I
like,
know.
Wow.
Wow, that artwork.
Look at her.
Right?
She's still there.
Just
Still there.
absolutely in awe. Legend
That's how
says
good
she
Oleander-
was still there to this day.
That's how good Oleander is.
She's so good. She broke Lucy's internet across realities.
That was awesome.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So we were just talking about how one of these sketches was Oleander drew Feyazara in a very well done likeness.
Azara's just gonna be like,
So the call dropping was an appropriate response.
Yeah, it works
Perfect.
out. There's also some very like cartoony and like mean drawings of the Moonlit King and Oink Spain that she'll
Now
like,
those I approve of.
she'll like show you and sort of like giggle.
You are very
like,
skilled.
Like Diary of a Wimpy Kid style.
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, so Oleander, Zara just called you very skilled
Oh,
in artwork.
well, thank you very much. I have been practicing for quite some time.
Constance will come through again, just with more memorabilia. I am buying one of each.
Are you sure that's a wise use of our funds?
Did you not enjoy the tour?
I did. It was illuminating. However, this seems largely unnecessary. Perhaps one memento.
We'll have to, you know, be carrying anything you get for the foreseeable future, so... And I mean, Soren's bags look so heavy already.
Look over at Constance's bags.
That's my
Constance,
favorite. This is my favorite running joke.
Constance,
Episode 1.
I actually already, you guys missed it, but I actually already checked out and bought a souvenir for you. It's a surprise though, so I'll give it to you later.
Okay, and Constance will dump everything on the counter and be like, I don't actually want these, thank you.
We can put those back.
Yeah,
You don't have to. We will do that. Thank you.
The put out half orc clerk is just like, oh, have a nice day.
I will start putting things back.
Oh, thank you very much. You as well.
Sam wants to help put them away, having worked in retail, but Oleander absolutely would not. That is what he gets paid for. I don't know what.
You know what? I'm glad you at least admit my character would.
Yeah. No, Oleander's a shit.
I think Azara's the only one putting stuff away.
Absolutely she is, but she's doing it briskly and very politely.
I could do it with my magic hands, but I'm not.
This would cost me nothing, but I'm not gonna do it.
Constance just doesn't understand what's going on and that there is social etiquette surrounding this.
Oops.
Zara was raised to be helpful and never be a burden.
Ouch.
Oleander had servants.
Soren was the burden.
That escalation.
You know what? That's perhaps the most insightful thing we've had about all the characters there. Anyway, so if there's nothing else you will be doing, I guess you could head to the airship port. I don't know where else you'd want to stop in here. I mean, you've been to the academy, you've been to the castle. Yeah, you've done it all, I
I
guess.
think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we had anything else to accomplish here.
You want to go to the bank at all?
I don't know, maybe buy some more health potions? Oleander has one, just for like quick
shit.
meta talk.
How many health potions do I have left?
It's a good question.
I don't think we've actually really used many potions.
I do not think I have any left.
Woof.
Oh, we
I
used
don't-
them like afterwards.
I never had any.
We should do that.
We should get some then. I think that's a good idea.
We did lose our beef shield, so...
We lost our primary tank.
Yeah, you know, the guy with 27 fucking AC.
Who can rally as a quick action.
Let's
God,
run
fighter.
to an apothecary for a minute.
We'll be fine.
Man, fighter's so fucking cool in this
It's
game.
fucking
It's not
badass.
fair. It's not
I-
fair. The one time I don't play a fighter, they made it fucking good.
I have realized a problem.
What? You're...
I have no money.
Oh.
Oh, I'm rich. Don't worry.
Yeah, actually Oleander would even chip in for like potions for the group.
Oh yeah.
I have 1 silver piece and 80 copper pieces.
We have a large party fund, by the way.
We do, yeah.
actually,
Soren's
you
been
know what?
tracking it, right?
Yeah, I think this is probably in character. As Azara is just like going through her last silver, I'm just like, oh, did you need some money? I have 400 silver, right?
That would be very useful. Yes.
How much do you want? It's yours too. I was just carrying it for us.
Well, let's find out how much the health potions cost in this town, and we can decide our budget from there.
You know where you can get them cheap? The student alchemists at the university.
No.
Let's go!
Not the med students. No. They cannot sit in
And I
on my
get a
doctor
student
visit.
discount. Come
I
on.
believe that
Oh,
is
okay.
a
Student discount.
Student faculty discount doesn't stack.
That sounds like a wondrous idea. We should go help out these students.
Or we could steal them.
Or we could not
Not steal them or not help them.
not steal them.
Yes, help them.
Because, I mean, the Oprix Academy is, you know, we have the best students, so if you're going to get some students-made potions, they are certainly worst
Yeah.
But like,
places to go.
how good is the best student? You know,
Well,
they're still a student. You know?
Yes,
like,
but I still don't
Very
believe
good.
that we should. I still do not believe that most would condone stealing a student.
No.
Oh,
They'd throw you in the endless tunnels for that in Maywood, I hear.
Still troubling. Still deeply troubling. A deeply troubling concept for me.
The endless tunnels are stealing
We're
a
Yeah,
student.
stealing a student.
We're really talking in circles here today.
All right. All right.
Shall gone for one day.
I am quite confused.
Shaw's gone for one day and things fall apart.
We never knew that they were the glue to truly hold us together.
Let's go purchase some potions.
All right. So
And
you
not
walk.
students.
You walk
Yes,
past through the apartments again and walk past the scale-cut DDS Stadium. And you make your way through the university grounds to the Oprix Student Alchemist. There's a few students in there working, making potions. It looks like they're using the Mr. Micah method.
Oh, no.
Utilizing jellies.
Oh god.
We don't want to go.
Nope, it's fucking happening.
Get us out of here.
So these students are just like, oh, hello and welcome to the Oprix Student Alchemist. And how may we brew your day?
Oh, we are here for
Wow.
special discounted health potions.
Yeah, discounted health potions, huh? Well
Oh.
then.
I just sort of like behind Constance will like hold up my like faculty ID.
They just point, they just like kind of give you the recognized point. And the students like got the hood up, they've got like the big goggles on. And what can I make you today?
Health potions.
Health potion.
All right, and how many is that gonna be?
How much do they cost?
Well, you got Oleander's student faculty discount, so usually they're 50, but they're gonna be half off for you, so 25 each.
Shall we do 2 each?
Okay.
Not too bad idea.
I don't need any.
2 each,
Oh,
please.
no.
All right, you heard the lady. 2 each, please, and all these students just get to work making these potions before your eyes. They're reading from these big dusty tomes, and they're getting out all kinds of ingredients. All right, less Eye of Newt, please.
How much money was that? This was 25 times 8.
Right one. Yeah.
Math is hard.
200.
Or just 50 times 4.
Whoa.
Whoa. All right.
Oleander is smart.
Just
I
brain
like-
breaks shit down.
Fully broke it down like, okay, so it's 50 for each of us, and that's 100 for 2, and there's 4 of us, so there's
So-
200.
So you get these jellyful jam-like potions. They've even got like a little jam label on them. They're putting the like mason jars for you.
Amazing.
Little checker tops.
Do we drink these, good fellow?
Yes, you can drink them or apply them like an ointment if you wish. It depends.
Oh, I just actually used the last of my ointment, so this will be great.
Oh, I'm glad to hear. Is there anything else we can make you today?
What else can you make?
Well, that depends. What are you looking for? We've got all kinds of potions. Potions of hasteful actions.
Oh.
We've got potions of strength and potions of great feats and potions of love, if that's your thing.
Do you have potions to turn friends who were turned into dragons to not be dragons anymore?
Perhaps a calming potion or something.
Oh, we do have those. We could make a nice dragon tranquilizer if you need that.
Actually, that would be great.
That
would actually be kind of nice.
All right, that's going to be 300 silver pieces, please.
Oh, I don't have that.
Constance will hand over 300 silver pieces.
Oh, well, thank you. All right, you're going to have to come back in a few hours. This is going to take a while.
Wait, Constance, isn't that Eternal Trust money?
No, I have been saving it.
Okay.
Thank you, Constance. Everybody, I start handing, make sure everybody has 2 health potions.
Excellent.
Even Soren.
I don't really use. It's not really my gig. Not really my thing.
Take the health potion, Soren.
All right, I'll take it.
I think it would be a good idea. Unless, your aim has gotten, a lot better in the last day.
It is.
Hey.
I will take them.
Friendly reminder that I'm still very cursed, and I don't know what to do about that.
Very cursed.
Oh,
see somebody.
Yeah, can we? Yes, we should find a doctor, maybe.
If only we had a Felper.
What about this Dr. Krukazel DDS guy? I mean, that's. I know it's kind of a doctor, right? Like, are dentist doctors?
I'm not sure if that works on curses.
All right, well.
Although I suppose if anyone would know.
He kind of seems like a guy that could avoid a curse to me, but.
I get it.
God damn it.
Although, is there, a good place in the city maybe to go and get Azara's curse investigated more? We had been directed just find a Felper, I think, last time. Which,
yeah.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks.
Yeah, whoops.
If only.
So, you trying to find a Felper in Wren's Run's a hard thing to do. Because Felpers don't really like cities. They're nomads. They don't stay long, so you'd have to find them in a crowd of people, and you'd kind of have to just hope and pray you run into one here.
Well, story of my life.
It's like trying to find a kitty in a haystack.
I could do that.
Anyone got catnip?
All right, so so time passes. I don't know what you do to pass the time. You have to come back in an hour or two for your dragon trank.
Go take the tour again.
Soren's gonna go gamble.
Okay. There is a really good place to gamble up in Shrike Town.
Oh shit! I didn't mean. Okay. All right, guys. Last time Papa was hot.
This I need to see.
Constance's other brain cell is gone, so Constance is just going to follow Soren around.
Constance, perhaps we should go get some lunch and let Soren do what Soren is going to do.
Make contacts, make friends,
Oh.
impress the people.
Do you want your stuff back?
Oh, why don't you hold on to it, just in case they want to take it or something.
Oh, that would be very bad.
Honestly,
Okay.
the less stuff I have going into this place, the better. So.
Oh.
Soren, there are a few places you can try and gamble here. Sorry to interrupt. We have Adam Samuel's Roadhouse. And let's see. I don't know if they're having gambling down at the last draft. Or you could go to head up north to Shrike Town to go to Sparrow's Clubhouse.
Who's Sparrow? I'm going there. I gotta go there.
All right. So,
Amazing.
Oleander, what are you doing? Are you joining Soren or are you joining...
I'll follow Soren pretty much just to watch. She's not gonna gamble, but it's kind of one of those okay, this I need to see. If he wants company, if he wanted to be alone to do shady shit too, I'll just go get lunch with the others.
No, I think at this point I'll do shady shit in front of people. So.
Just a quick
Oleander
note.
doesn't care too, so.
Just a quick note, Oleander. Soren is heading into the rough side of town.
He seems aware of that.
And Sparrow's Clubhouse is a well-known hangout spot for the Dead Ravens gang.
That's something I need to be a part of.
That sounds badass.
I'm making friends.
I mean, as we're heading over, Oleander will let him just be like, just so you know, there's a bit of a bad crowd that hangs around this place, so be careful.
All right. What kind of bad crowd? Are we talking like murder, steal, espionage?
What does Oleander know about this gang?
A little bit of A, B, D, all of the above.
Why not both?
They sound a lot like my family, actually, so I think we'll be all right.
Their leader is someone who is known simply as Sparrow, and she likes to dress like gold. Usually, she takes she has a burner mask that she puts on and does the whole look of the Soul Reaper.
So is this in an instance of blasphemy, kind of?
Yeah.
Or, okay, then Oleander cares way less, actually. If it was religious fervor, it would be a little bit more concerning, but if it's just a piss goal off, Oleander's fine.
Yeah, it's just kind of to be intimidating. Yeah, it's to be intimidating. Sparrow. Okay, Oleander, here's what you know and understand about Sparrow. She's a bad bitch.
Nice.
Everyone, even the big gangster from Mazuka, the Mazuka family down in Arnica doesn't mess with Sparrow. Sparrow's kind of recently been really expanding. Danny Otterman was a member of the Dead Ravens, so.
Okay, all right.
This is my kind of place, Oleander. I probably am going to be more at home here than I have been our entire journey together.
Oh my
God.
Really? Well, then I'm definitely glad I came along to see this.
Honestly, I'm surprised, Oleander, that you've never, affiliated yourself with something of this nature. You strike me as the type.
What makes you say that?
I don't know, you've just got sort of an air about you that you'd want to be part of something like this. I don't know.
Well, I would be lying if I said it is not something I have considered, but I dabbled a bit and I have found it is not for me.
Alright, well, I'll ask you again in 30 minutes.
That sounds good. I don't think my answer will change. People in these fields are only out for themselves, more even than me, I think, so.
And is that what you think of me, then?
No, I mean, in my experience at least you are willing to look out for others when it still benefits yourself, and I know people who don't even go that far, so, you're a gentleman, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, good. Appearances are keeping up, then. Anyways, let's go lose all our money.
I'll watch you lose yours.
Okay. Alright, Alex, hit me with it. What do I see in this?
So, first of all, you have to make your way the fuck across town. Oleander's probably let's catch a steam bus. And you get dropped off at the edge of this area that's known as the Boneyard in Owl Heights. It's not a very friendly looking place. Shriketown is where all the factories and shit are, so you get a nice layer of smog in the air there. And you walk up to the Sparrow's Clubhouse, and it's just this large brick building that's kind of like one of those old buildings that's built up over the years, and it even has a little the big sign on the side of the brick wall painted on Sparrow's Clubhouse. When you walk in, you're home. It's a gangster bar. It's a bar for outlaws. People come here to gamble and for all sorts of ne'er-to-do-well shit. So this is definitely the place, and
need a second.
What is going on?
I think Chris is responding to chat.
Ship trash.
No, continue, Alex.
Okay.
Welcome.
Oh,
Okay. Anyway. So, yeah, no, this is definitely the place to be, and you know, you can definitely tell where the bouncers and thugs who keep everyone in line are. There's a fighting pit, of course, and above the bar, there's just this big snarling boar's head. And behind the bar is a big half ogre fella puffing on a cigar. And as you walk up, he's just like, "Yeah, what can I get you?"
How about an audience with the sparrow? How much does that cost?
You're kidding, right? You don't just walk in and ask to talk to Sparrow.
I just did, I thought.
But yeah, that's not gonna happen. I can get you something to drink, though.
Alright, fine. I'll take the most expensive thing.
Alright, kind of spider climbs his hand up the shelf and takes down like this really fine looking bottle, and wrapped around it is just like this snake, and it ends at the top with like a Medusa figure. So you want Medusa's bite then?
Yes, I do.
Alright, that's gonna be 15 silver for the tall shot.
Alright, that sounds fair.
So
Expensive snake juice.
it is, but
I'm marking this in Soren's personal collection. Just saying, party.
you're not gonna drink it at the bar?
You're not going
no, I
to
am.
embezzle the party funds for your expensive snake wine or whatever.
Not yet.
Yeah, so they say they put snake venom in that shit, so enjoy it.
I will drink it.
And it tastes really good. It's a strong drink for sure. You pay, but it's definitely worth the money you paid for.
That's good. Your name, sir?
I'm
Person?
I'm Bogrin the bartender, but you can just call me Bo.
So your title is the bartender?
Yeah, that's my job here. Sparrow gave it to me.
Alright, so you've met Sparrow.
Yeah, she's my boss.
Alright. Bogrin, friend of Sparrow. That's a better title for you. You should take that one.
Yeah, I'll consider it.
Thank you. Alright, well,
Anything for your lady friend here?
it's just my friend who happens to be that way. It's not me. My lady friend.
Yeah, not, you know. We're both just like, no, it's.
Nope.
All right, what do you want to drink?
Whatever you have, your finest wine. Red.
All right. He kind of has to like go like to the back room. All right, I can't usually just leave this one out because the customers get rowdy. Can't have this bottle get broken. But 5 silver pieces. This is from Milan, so you know it's good shit.
That means
Oleander,
nothing to say.
normally I would pay for this, but I plan on spending all of my money in a second, so you're on your own.
That is fine, but I appreciate the almost thought.
Eland is like the France. It's the place where all the good wine comes
It's
from.
the France equivalent.
It's the friend.
Yeah, it's France and Spain kind of rolled into one thing. So and it's a great red wine. It's good.
Pleasantly surprised.
Look, the place looks like shit, but we keep good drinks.
That's appreciated and duly noted. Thank you.
Look, when you got a fight that breaks out at least twice in an evening, you can't have anything nice on the wall, so you put the money to the drinks.
This makes sense.
Oh, wait. Oh, there she comes out. Here comes the boss if you want to talk to her. She's coming down the stairs right now. Hey, boss! And you look, coming down the stairs is this woman dressed in all black, and she's just kind of got these just tattered robes she wears over herself. She has the Sojourner skull mask underneath a black hood, and she has these large wings, feathered wings on her back, and they're not white, they're like a hawk's almost, brown with like speckles of white, and she kind of like flares them as she comes down the stairs, and she has these bright amber eyes that just kind of almost stare into the soul. And she kind of locks eyes with you for a moment, Oleander. And for some reason, there's a connection there, but you can't piece it together. So she comes and descends down the stairs, and she stands taller than both Soren and Oleander, almost standing at the height of the half-ogre behind the bar. And she's just kind of like, and who may you be?
My name is Soren. I come on behalf of an entity bearing a gift for you.
And what entity is that?
That I can only say behind closed doors.
Oh, you're one of those types. Sorry, didn't you read the sign? And Bogren just kind of points, no solicitors.
No solicitors. No, it's not. Shit. All right. Well, no, it's not like that. I just.
Are you one of Mazuka's goons? Because if so, just tell him again. Fuck off.
No, it's a little more. I think it's south. Where the fuck are we? I think it's south. Sorry.
That would be Mazuka's territory.
No, it's more south. Anyways, can we just get this over? Can we just?
And she kind of just lets out an exasperated sigh. I was hoping to enjoy myself at the establishment that I own, but I guess I will entertain your company.
I'm not gonna make the joke, but the
joke in my presence, and a sword just kind of forms in her hand out of light, and it's like this long sword, and she holds it up to him.
Well, it was at my expense.
Dare touch me.
I didn't touch.
No, and she points it even closer. I know your type. I've known nothing but men like you my whole life. Touch me, and I will rend you limb from limb.
I would never dream of that. I've got. Never mind. We're gonna skip that too. But let's just say that wasn't even on the agenda. Okay, I just have a gift for you, and then I will take my leave, and that is literally all I want.
If your gift is anything about putting your junk in a box, I'll cut it off.
That's not. You're really misreading the situation, ma'am. Can I call you ma'am? I'm
no.
really. All right.
I'm not
Sparrow.
some middle-aged woman
Right.
that comes into your establishment and asks to speak to the manager like some people here. And she's like standing over you, and the whole bar just kind of gets quiet and looks towards your direction.
This is a mess. All right. Let's start over, shall we? I wanted to do was give you.
They're all like, oh fuck. They were hoping she was gonna eviscerate you.
I want nothing to do with you on a romantic level. I just would like to give you this gift that has no part of my physical being.
Fine, I will hear you out, Bard. Follow me.
All right.
Then she just turns around in a huff and she purposely hits you on the back of the head with one of her wings.
I just wave to Oleander. Like, it's going good. It's going good.
I just raise my wine glass from the bar at him. I'm just watching this whole thing with a shit-eating grin on my face.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad we approve of Sparrow here. She's a feisty one, so
I love her.
Before we get feisty, Constance Azara, you're looking for a nice place to have a quiet lunch, right?
That sounds good. Or like a farmer's market or something. Just something pleasant to do this afternoon.
Yeah, you could find. Yeah, you could definitely head. You can definitely find somewhere pleasant to hang out. Somewhere a little more akin to home, perhaps. Number 8 on my fancy map, Partridge Orchard. It's like
sounds good.
Yeah, it's like an apple and cherry orchard where you can pick fruits and enjoy the good cooking and farm-grown vegetables and things.
Perfect. We will head over to the orchard then.
All right.
Oh, how fun!
All right. Do you two want to have any chats about anything? Because I'm gonna jump back to Duncan on Soren here.
No, I've just missed spending time with Constance. That'd be nice.
You two have a wonderful afternoon of just kind of having a picnic out in this orchard underneath a tree. And it's a nice autumn day, and the apples are, that's perfect apple picking season. That's the best ones are available too. You know what? I'm gonna let Azara and Constance have a nice day. I've been very mean to them lately.
Yes.
We deserve it.
Yeah, you get what's the best ones? What are the best apples that everyone's always like, oh, we gotta go when those are available? The Honeycrisp?
Yeah. Honeycrisp.
Sure.
It's a Midwestern thing.
I'm partial to Pink Lady.
I love a pink lady.
Oh, so good.
Your character's favorite apples are available in this orchard.
Excellent.
Oleander, anything you want to do in the bar? I mean, besides maybe not make a move on Sparrow?
No, really, like, she just sort of came along to watch shit go down.
And you're
she came for the lulz.
You are way too overdressed to be in this place.
She does not care. She's like, acting totally cool and like aloof about it. And
sweet.
Pretty much just killing time at the bar.
The best.
She's got Ito with her too, so if anybody like gives a look, Ito will like sort of, give like a doggy growl. She doubles as service dog and like guard dog for Oleander, so.
Yeah, and most people here.
She's a good girl.
This might be a bar of never-do-wellers, but they all know at the end of the day, most of us just want to get through the day interacting with as little people as possible. These criminals at least get it. So, Soren, you're brought into this back room. There's the faded, like, family crest on the wall that there's like a sword slash driven through it. And she just offers you a spot at this, like, rather plain wooden table with plain wooden chairs. That's almost like being interrogated by an inquisitor or one of the cops in Maywood.
All right, Sparrow. I feel as though we got off on the wrong foot. I shouldn't have came so hot into your establishment, and I apologize.
She takes down her black hood, and underneath, she still has her Sojourner skull mask on, but, like, this auburn red hair comes spilling out that kind of matches the brownish red of her wings. All right, and what's this gift you have for me? I'm a busy woman.
I will take out a dagger with my family crest in the hilt that is very finely made. Clearly ceremonial, not for combat, and it is just a token of goodwill.
You will notice she recognizes the etiquette of the ceremonial dagger, whereas like a normal criminal or someone who was kind of raised as the street urchin would immediately jump at you as if you were trying to attack them. She doesn't move. She immediately recognizes what you're offering.
And I'll just hand it to her. And I will say, I'm on a bit of a journey myself. The goal of which is to make friends. And maybe I've already messed that up, but I still feel as though maybe in the future our organizations could benefit one another. It seems that we dabble in a lot of the same business, and perhaps we could set up some sort of loose friendship. Maybe friendship's too strong, but...
She kind of looks at the dagger just like quizzically, and she's just kind of like, so Adam Samuel sent you.
No, I do know who that is, but
yeah, he's a member of your organization. He has he runs the Roadhouse. The Roadhouse is a watcher safe house.
Really would have been good to go there. No, he didn't. I know Adam, of course, Mr. Samuel, but I'm actually from someone closer to the top. So I'm here to come to you in person on the high ups regard in place of them. So
she rises and kind of walks around the table to stand like intimidatingly behind you, and you can just kind of almost feel her breathing on you, and almost can feel like her wings just kind of almost just hanging over you, and she's just kind of like, and who is your family in this organization?
Well, they're all my family. It doesn't, I'm sure you have a similar feeling towards your family, for lack of a better words. They become your family. I don't know mine. No, I meant like your people, the people that work under you, right? You're very high up.
Yes,
like
the dead ravens.
Yeah, the dead ravens, exactly. They're your metaphorical family, just like I am.
They are not my family. They have given up the will for life to join the dead ravens, harbingers of the time to come.
Oh. Everyone's got to have a goal. Ours is a little more simple. Yours seems very well thought out compared to ours, so.
I've been doing this for decades.
And I aspire to be someone who has done it for decades. So that is my aspirations. My cards are on the table.
So she kind of walks around the table in a very just dramatic fashion. You know, if you're trying to make a name for yourself in this field, you're doing a really shit job of trying to go about it. Walking into my establishment and asking to speak to me when I don't even know who you are? But it's bold. I do like that. Perhaps you're the first one from your organization to ever reach out. I thought we were perhaps competitors, but perhaps you're right, there's allies to be made. Perhaps together we could take on Mazuka's hold in the east.
That would be fun. With our position and yours, we could kind of sandwich him in between, but, you know, sleep on it. I don't need a yes or no, and of course I don't need a yes or no at any time. It's a standing offer, so let us know and we will be at your beck and call.
Tell you what, Mr. Silverthorn. Perhaps someday you can do a service for me. And if you do that to my liking, I'll very much consider this offer. And I would like to meet this man at the top, if you will. Make sure he's not like you.
Soren chokes a little bit on what he's drinking. Yeah, he's much more well-spoken, much more mature, if you will. Like you said, I'm but a humble bard, and he is better.
Yes. I hope he's not like your type. So many of you out there.
Yeah. It's disgusting, really, if you think about it. But yeah, no, he's nothing like me. He's much more mature, so.
Alright, well, I'll let you go back and waste all your money in my establishment as I watch you make me richer. And she opens the door and just kind of beckons you out.
It sounds like a plan, and I'll give a deep bow.
You can call me Serana, since we're going to be perhaps working together.
Our names are similar. Just food for thought, and I'll just walk out.
And
Oleander, that went great. I'll just give Oleander like the thumbs up wink from across the bar. I assume I'm like behind the bar and like the stock room.
Yeah.
I just give you like a super sarcastic thumbs up back.
All right, Oleander, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Just as soon as I get back.
So that went well, huh? I like finish my wine and put it down.
Oh, but I did tell her I'd gamble a little, so I'm gonna go spend a bunch of money and then leave.
Okay. But yeah, Oleander was asking you how that went, though. How the whole thing went down.
Oh, I thought you said it went well. Sorry.
Oh, but that was like a sarcastic, so that went well.
Oh, gotcha. It's leading. It went about as good as I hoped, honestly. That was about 10 out of 10 performance from me there, I think. A lot of people really, it takes them off guard when you come in as the blundering idiot, but then you actually impress them later on. It's kind of a shtick I do, so.
And that works well for you.
It worked today.
I suppose that's true, you're still alive, so.
My beautiful head is still on my shoulders. Another day.
What is the sparrow like? You know, I only hear stories.
She's sweet, really. No, she's bold, she's motivated, she's fierce, intense, but she has a purpose just like everyone else, and she's doing what she can to get there, it seems.
I guess that's all any of us are really doing.
You are correct.
You say this place reminds you of your family, huh? Must be some family.
I'd say it's a little more high. Well, sorry. I'd say it's a little more high class than this establishment, but yeah, that's there. So.
Well, I can't wait to meet them someday, perhaps.
I hope you never do, and that's a compliment for you, not the other way around.
If you say so.
Honestly, you might have already met them. There's a lot of us, so you might have just not known it, but.
Really?
Sure, yeah, we're all over the province of Maywood, the Protectorate, and we haven't really expanded much past that, but that's what today's meeting was about. Totally planned, by the way.
Oh, yes. Those were all the expressions of somebody with a plan.
Well, it's really about stumbling forward and falling forward, and that is something that I have somehow gotten good at. Who's the god of luck? And I just kind of like sit in thought for a moment.
I don't really have anything else, so...
Yeah.
All right. So you all gather back up. Constance and Azara look very... They look like they've had a very wonderful time waiting for your dragon trank to be prepared. And when you return to the student alchemist, on the counter is sitting this large, just syringe loaded into a harpoon gun.
Yes.
All right, so we got the dragon trank ready, and because one of the students was a big fan of Oleander's, they decided to toss in the harpoon gun for free.
Wait, what?
You got some fans in the university. They like the magic you do.
Huh, well, that is interesting. I sort of just, like, look around.
So, who wants to be responsible for the dragon tranquilizing harpoon gun?
Well, it looks heavy.
I vote me, and here's why. I already wield a gun.
Have you successfully shot anything with said gun?
Who developed a sense of humor today, Azara? Fine, I vote Constance too then, fine.
Humor? That was a genuine question.
I've hit a few things.
Like yourself,
What
right?
you were aiming at?
That's the last time I buff or heal any of you in a fight. Constance, it's you and me from now on.
Oh, wait. I don't.
No, we're staying. Everyone's staying together.
Oh,
yep,
yes,
yep.
good. Okay.
Constance, do
Yeah.
you believe in your ability to fire this thing accurately?
I shall need to, practice. Are there some harpoons I could utilize in maybe a training area?
You're muted, Alex.
I guess you could just sharpen some sticks and shoot it out of that for practice. If you want to go the cheap route, I'm sure any blacksmith could fashion a few harpoons for you.
Okay.
I suggest we find a local blacksmith then. You never know when a harpoon might come in useful.
So,
What is my life?
I'd like to buy some harpoons, I suppose.
A metal harpoon's gonna be 100 silver a pop.
Wait, what?
Because it's a harpoon.
You can just.
But those are
practice with
reusable, right?
Yeah, they're super reusable, and you can tie ropes to them and shit. They're awesome. Harpoons are great. It's like
I don't have 100 silver anymore.
We have the money for a harpoon for Constance.
mine. We're looking pretty empty, gang.
Okay.
All right,
you can just
I
practice
will
with mine.
toss in a stick.
you can
Maybe
practice with
Siggy
swords.
has some old ones we can borrow.
Siggy totally has ballista bolts you can borrow. He's just like, oh, I never thought you'd ask.
Oh, he's
Gets
so
out-
excited.
Yep, he's got all these ballista bolts ready to go. Takes you to the black coat school to their range to go shoot the harpoon gun. He's like, okay, let's do this.
He's like that sports dad whose kid is like never into sports, and then they like bring over their friend who's super into it, and is like, oh, let's go shooting.
Yeah, or it's like, hanging out with my uncle who had the potato gun. It's just like, yeah, let's do this.
We have 80 party silver, and we have a scrap metal bag worth 100 silver, and
Oh, we should sell
hand
that.
artifacts for 600 silver.
Maybe we should sell the scrap metal while we're in town.
And what for the artifacts?
Severed hand artifacts assorted for 600 silver.
That would probably be something the library would like to take. They buy things all the time. It's not only donations, so.
Alright, we could do that.
Constance, would you like to stay here practicing with this harpoon while we go sell some things?
Sure. And yeah, Alex, I'll trail. I'm gonna train for a bit.
All right, yeah, you
Get
hang
good
out
at
with
things.
Sigismund and the Black Coats because they're all excited that someone brought a harpoon gun to the school.
Hell yeah.
So Siggy's just like, you gotta stand state. He's like, you gotta set it on the base first, and it's like you gotta like set it on like a tripod to shoot it.
Amazing.
I mean, it is a dragon tranquilizer. It's a big ass harpoon gun.
Fucking love it.
So yeah, so if you did so with the old ballista bolts, Siggy will leave you with 5 of them, and they function like harpoons. And you can like tie ropes to them. You can like the harpoon gun has a crank, so if you like shot like a flying creature with it, you could like a strong character could like crank it down or get help from a party member to crank it down from the air. Useful against boats and things. You've got a harpoon gun now.
Fucking
Sick.
badass.
So Juan
Let's sell some
Muertos,
scrap metal.
Juan Muertos used a
Juan Muertos
harpoon gun against you. I give you a harpoon gun in this campaign.
It's all full circle.
Karma.
So yeah, you can easily just sell the shit off. You can just easily unload the metal at like at any of the factories that are producing like, you know, any sort of metal, sheet metal or anything. The artifacts, the library gladly purchase them for the 600 they're worth. And actually like gives Soren like a little like pin of like official Oprix artifact procurer.
I imagine this makes Oleander look a lot better after taking 2 months off without fucking notice too. Like,
Yeah,
here's a bunch of ancient shit.
Your boss is just like, and like actually calls you into the office and is like, lets you know they're very impressed with your work. Like they're just like, Oleander, I'm sorry I even questioned you leaving. These artifacts are quite exquisite that your friends have brought.
Oh, well, I'm sure that we will come across many more, and I will be glad to bring them back to the library for our records.
And we will pay the fair price for them, since you do deserve compensation for this work.
Oh, well, thank you kindly. Yeah.
So
What
the party
a kind
now
interaction, paying someone for their work.
look at that. So do note now the party does have a new like reputation booster. You're an official artifact procurer for the Oprix Academy in Wren's Run.
Sweet. I just got y'all jobs.
Yep. So now we have a way to generate an income for the party.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, so like, and that's what the banks are good for too, is like what you can do is you can store your shit in the bank and tell them, ship it to Wren's Run and get it to the academy, transfer the money to the account. That's why there's also like, I'm having like banks in the setting.
I love it. That's pretty rad.
So you don't have to keep lugging around these artifacts or your money all the time.
That is very useful.
Imagine being an adventurer and having to lug around 700 actual silver pieces.
What would that be like? I was actually wondering, in terms of the setting, are there things like phones yet? Because there's like so much other technology. I'm just curious in terms of like communication and
Telegram.
how common that is.
Yeah, for long distance communication, Telegram's like the one that's really the main form. But you have to, again, you need to have that infrastructure built in.
Right.
Other places they might utilize like magic ley lines, like they set up magic ley lines for sending messages. Cool. But there's not like, or like mages will use spells to communicate. But technology wise, there really is the telegram's your long distance.
Yeah, we're not up to like a rotary phone or whatever yet.
No, we're not that far ahead yet.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
No, you're good. It's a great question because there is the weird mix of technology going on.
Is there like radio and stuff, or
there's
I know
phonographs.
we've seen phonographs, but that's like pre-recorded kind of.
Radio is still like very much in the early prototypical stage where it's like not very useful yet.
Right, like maybe some military use or something, I guess.
It's something like steam priests are fucking with, but they haven't fully figured out yet.
Cool.
It helps when you have a whole religion devoted to the technological advancement of everybody.
They'll put the funding towards it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you want to donate to our church? It just funds our research.
Nerds.
Yeah, I guess it is just a church of nerds, huh?
Oh, Oleander just made all of you nerds because you work for a library now. Ha!
Fuck. Except for Shaw. Somehow. Shaw somehow gets out of being a library worker.
Just had to turn into a dragon and fly away.
So, congratulations, Oprix, official Oprix Academy artifact procurers. And that also means you get like you get the airship pass too, because they want you to go out and find shit. So like you get like the transport pass for Wren's Run, the airship pass.
Now we all get to say it belongs in a museum whenever we find anything.
In a museum.
Stop.
I've been waiting for a good chance for Oleander to say it, not gonna lie.
It belongs in a museum.
Oh, I should have said that when I was saying we should bring this to the library. Fuck, I missed it!
Damn it, you had the perfect opportunity. It's
God damn it, alright. Kick me off the show.
So shall we actually head to the town that the episode's titled for?
Yeah, I think we're done with city stuff.
Alright, that was fun, but we got
Let's go somewhere else.
So you do get to give Siggy another goodbye, and Siggy's just like, take these ballista bolts, they'll work just like harpoons. And he's just kind of like, you actually got the dragon shank? I heard they put all kinds of crazy stuff in there.
Some parents pack a lunch. Oleander gets harpoon bolts.
And Sancha's so gonna kill Siggy if she finds out.
It's not Oleander using the harpoon gun, it's fine.
It's fine, as long as Oleander doesn't use the harpoon gun. Alright, so you make your way to the airship port. I gotta get down to that area of description. I'm too far. There we go. So you board the airship and enter the deck below, stepping on. Oh yeah, you get secured sweet first class seats. So you step onto red carpeted floors. Tables are set out, and this chamber certainly has an ambiance of the finer things in life. Well-dressed passengers drink sweet cocktails and talk amongst themselves as a record plays over a phonograph. Speaking of, it is still a spectacular sight to be on the airship. Flying amongst the clouds, everything below seems tiny, as if it were a model version of the world below. Wren's Run shrinks away as the airship turns to fly towards Shiverdelve. So it's not too long of a flight. It's only like a few hours, so you get to kill some time on the airship. That's when I guess I'll bust out your books you checked out.
Oh yeah. I think Oleander's like got them stacked around her on like, you know, a table or something like that. I'm picturing like airline folding table.
Well you're in the first class area, so you actually have a full ass table.
Sweet. Yeah, and I'm taking up all the goddamn space with like a ton of books.
So like an introduction to lycanthropy by Dr. H.R. Ludwig. Theoryanthropy, the ability for folk to take the shape of animals, has existed for as long as the records go back, but the curse of lycanthropy did not always plague the realm of Everensia. It was not until the Dreadlords deceptively made their way into the realms where the first lycanthropes born. Lycanthropy gets its name from its creator, Lycus, demon lord of shapeshifters, deception, wilderness, lies, and rage. Lycus put a curse upon the land and turned folk to his side. It corrupts the powers of Everensia's moons to churn the blood of mortals. Lycanthropy is often affected by the moons of the land, especially the blood moon known as Lycus, so named for the Dreadlord. Due to this, the autumn season, when the blood moon is its strongest, tends to be the time lycanthrope attacks increase. Goes on to talk about the varieties of were animals. There's werewolves, the most common. You also have were-rats, were-boars, were-bears, were-tigers, and were-crocodiles, and were-jaguars. And then you do note that the curse does not affect everyone equally. The way the curse affects mortals depends on a few factors. Some may display great control over their curse, while others have none. Those who have more control over their shapeshifting have either grown closer to the Dreadlord, or have learned to control that which makes them want to kill. One such deciding factor of how the curse affects someone is how they come to be afflicted by it. So there's a few ways you can get lycanthropy, one being infection, that's the classic way, get bit. Inheritance, if a lycanthrope manages to reproduce, there's a chance their offspring may be born with the curse. One known as Lycus's blessing, these are those who still carries Lycus's legacy within their blood. This form of lycanthropy often affects dreadborn of the Lycus variety. And then there's theoranthropic cannibalism. Some druids and scholars claim that the druidic night fiend's curse may have been the original form of lycanthropy, and that Lycus was actually able to magically duplicate and modify it. Only those with the ability to shapeshift into animals already can be afflicted by the curse if they eat the flesh of other folk while in animal form. Also note, it's very hard to cure.
Okay. Is there any notes on how you would cure?
Yeah, and there's a
Sorry,
few.
I didn't mean to interrupt, Lucy.
That was my question.
Oh, okay.
The things to note is it really depends how easy it is to cure versus how difficult it is to cure. It depends on a few factors. Manner of bestowal, so how you get it. The bite one's the easiest one to overcome and cure. Being the toughest ones being Lycus's blessing or theanthropic cannibalism. Time sense infection, the longer you are afflicted with it, the more it becomes in your blood and harder to get out. And then the moon's influence, of course. It's not easy to cure lycanthropy when the moon is full.
Makes sense.
Okay. I don't know, like, Oleander will definitely probably be leading the reading research charge, so she'll have, like, notes to share with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, bullet points. But also, she'll share her books, too, so anybody who wants to be reading or researching directly can.
I will be helping.
I'll be reading for sure.
You have a book on Chaos Hearts, the Moonlit King, and a Lycus himself.
I'm gonna read about the hearts because I have one.
All right, Learning to Live with Entropy by Dr. Noodlehausen. The Chaos Hearts are alleged magical artifacts said to exist out of being born of the natural chaos that surrounds our realm. The implications of their discovery would prove a leap in the field of arcane sciences and would perhaps prove the clairvoyant cosmological theory correct. Although the texts and research suggests that there are numerous Chaos Hearts, many of the recently discovered texts reference 6 specific ones. Each one is thought to oversee various realms and greatly powerful in their own ways. They influence that realm. Interestingly, each heart seems to also be associated with a strange beast. The 6 ones that are specifically referenced are the Heart of Dreams, the Heart of Life, the Heart of Spirit, the Heart of Fire, the Heart of Stone, and the Heart of Darkness.
Is there information on any of the individual parts in the books, or just sort of like the broad overview?
It's very a broad overview. There's really not a lot of information about them. Of all the hearts referenced, the Heart of Life has the most surviving in many of the old Alfenheim records. Scholars of that time believed an artifact held at the Severed Hand was one such artifact. The Heart of Life is supposedly responsible for bringing the Feywild within the echo of the mortal plane and bringing fairy creatures to Everencia.
Does the book say which creatures each heart is connected to?
Heart of Dreams, False Hydra. Heart of Life, Alerna Dusk Rose. And the other ones are kind of... the only other two you really get anything out of. The Heart of Stone is thought to be the heart of some Gorgon creature. That one's affiliated with the Gorgon, and the Heart of Darkness is affiliated with Blackheart.
The other ones, it's almost like someone hasn't written it.
It's almost as if I don't know yet.
But Blackheart is a name like everybody would recognize in the setting, right?
Yeah, so the basic notes, Heart of Dreams, the stories are not specific about where the Heart of Dreams comes from, but most would assume the dream time. It's said to be capable of both dream moving and psionic potential. The Heart of Spirits, the stories around that often originate in the writings of religious texts, and it's often studied by clerics and faithful monks. The myth surrounding this one suggests that the heart once belonged to an angel whose love for folks spared them from Azrael's wrath. And then the Heart of Fire, the story suggests it was born within the heart of a star, but was stolen away by a mysterious figure. Another story suggests that it is the fuel of the God Forge, but no one's really sure. It's the most heatedly debated one, of course.
Alright, and I will be reading about the Moonlit King, I guess.
Okay, a quick note, Heart of Stone also notes Shek lore suggests that the Heart of Stone's origination point was the Fortress of Regrets in the Shadow Vale. The Moonlit King, so you are reading up on the Court of the Night, the Unseen Court. The Moonlit King is one of the few remaining members of the Knight's Court, the ruling court of Fey nobles that preceded the season's court. I think we went over this one last episode.
Yeah, I think we did.
That's no worries. And then finally, Lycus, the big thing stood out about him. Well, he's the demon lord of lycanthropes. Many of the old tales of the Battle of New Morn share an account of all the dreadlords falling and being slain by the heroic Dawn's cabal, all except for Lycus. Many theorize that he abandoned his fellow archdemons to live in exile on the moon that bears his name. Due to the moon's orbit reaching closest to Everensia during the autumn months, his influence is often increased during that time of the year. He's known as the father of doppelgangers, lycanthropes, Inaris, and berserkers. Anyway, we're going to go to just a wee quick break as we arrive in the wonderful town of Shiverdelve. Awoo!
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 Alright, we'll see you all in just a bit. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Welcome. You find yourselves in the town tavern. Through the typical calm pierces an unfamiliar voice. It sings news of a nefarious power. A bard to herald a call to all who would answer. Seek out this villainy and destroy it. To succeed is to achieve everlasting glory and riches beyond imagining. To fail is to lose everything. Will you answer the call?
Fuck it.
Welcome. You find yourselves in the town tavern. Through the typical calm pierces an unfamiliar voice. It sings news of a nefarious power. A bard, to herald a call to all who would answer. Seek out this villainy and destroy it. To succeed is to achieve everlasting glory and riches beyond imagining. To fail is to lose everything. Will you answer the call?
Fuck it.
Welcome. You find yourselves in the town tavern. Through the typical calm pierces an unfamiliar voice. It sings news of a nefarious power. A bard to herald a call to all who would answer. Seek out this villainy and destroy it. To succeed is to achieve everlasting glory and riches beyond imagining. To fail is to lose everything. Will you answer the call?
Fuck it.
We are back.
Welcome back, everyone, to WovenRealm. Some of that 13th Age action. The party finished up business in Wren's Run and became officially members of the Oprix Academy Artifact Procurers. So they're kind of starting to get a little recognition as adventurers. Too bad Shaw's not here to see it, to not be slapped with that rookie title. So, hours pass, and eventually you can see the town of Shiverdelve in the distance. The airship begins to descend, the world below growing larger as you rejoin with the realm of those who were down below. The airship is rigged up and brought down to port, and you exit the ship and are led down the large stone tower that serves as the Shiverdelve airship port. You walk along the gray stones of the skywalk, looking at the buildings below outside the safety of Shiverdelve's wall. You see a young lad standing on the street, peddling papers to passersby, shouting about the latest scoop. The arrest of the werewolf druid leader.
I would like to grab a newspaper, please.
All right, I'm going to direct your attention to Z-Roll20. There is in the newspaper section of the handouts, you will see a new Shiverdelve Howler article. Bada bing. Not that button, I wanted to blow it up so I could read it. So, the big article that the kid's referencing, leader of the Pariah Enclave, arrested. Tensions rising. On the 14th, Sheriff Leon Jennings gathered a posse of Delveshire folk and took to the neighboring Shivering Forest to arrest the leader of the Pariah Enclave, Amonranth Willowbreeze. A bold move by the sheriff, he moved on the Enclave of Druids before the Guild Council had come to a decision regarding the Enclave's alleged involvement with the werewolf attacks on the Delveshire. It's been almost 2 months since the initial attacks in Ishkama, thus the sheriff and the folk of Delveshire took matters into their own hands. The half-orc druid leader was arrested on charges of conspiracy to incite violence and harboring known lycanthropes. Quote, "We have a right to defend our communities and homes. We aren't afforded the luxury of the stone walls that secure most of our residents," the sheriff stated, when asked why he did not seek Guild Council approval on making this arrest. When asked for comment on the matter, Lady Silvio Fireheart of the Resolute Valkyries stated, although I can sympathize with the sheriff's reasoning, the council does not condone his actions. Gathering a mob and making an unsanctioned arrest is not how we conduct an investigation here in Shiverdelve. Although other members of the Guild Council do express their disapproval of Willowbreeze's arrest, the sheriff has garnered support from the citizens of Shiverdelve. Asking around revealed many of the citizens feel that the druids are the root of the werewolf attacks, and many express their support of Sheriff Jennings. Currently in the jail of the sheriff's office, Willowbreeze waits to see if he will stand trial, as the Enclave resides technically in Urgavel territory. That means in order for the trial to be had, a magistrate from Wren's Run must preside as the judge. The rest of it is continued on page 5. Also note the advert for Gnome Depot.
Gnome Depot. Alright, we need shirts. I'd wear the hell out of a Gnome Depot staff shirt.
Gnome Depot.
Just don't tweet it at the right person, right, Alex?
So anyway, there's you do notice an article about Kovith shredding Brightstar Abbey in the newspaper. That one's a fun one.
Awkward.
Oopsie.
This one wasn't our bad.
Nope. Though you do note, if you read continued on page 12, there is a section about a group of adventurers who were able to get some of the monks to leave before the guns started firing, interestingly.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, I wonder who did that. Anyway, welcome to Shiverdelve. You have just read this newspaper. There is shit going down in town.
Well, we picked an interesting time to come through the town.
Alex,
Indeed.
the Moonlight King absolutely mentioned shit happening in Shiverdelve when we confronted him. But I don't remember exactly what he said. Do you happen to know?
He said something along the lines of, you think I'm scary with the moon? You should see what Lycus gets up to.
Cool. He wanted something, though. There was something he wanted here. And it is my life's mission now to make sure whatever he wants, he does not get.
There was something he wanted. I cannot recall at this very moment.
Okay.
I know I'm here to get lycanthrope blood.
So that's great news for you, Constance, huh?
Yep. I'm gonna do some murders.
I think Olander's just sort of wrinkling her nose when she's, like, reading about the, like, sheriff deciding to just, like, arrest some, like, an outsider from, like, the Enclave. Like, that just doesn't sit right with her, given their history with, like, the Inquisition and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, should we perhaps try to secure some lodging or something? I don't know how long we are intending to be here for.
Yes.
Lodging is a good idea.
Yeah, we are quite low on funds now, however.
Oh no, we're rich.
Actually, we're fine.
Oh, we are rich now.
We sold all the shit we found in the severed hand.
Wonderful.
And we
I
now
don't know
have-
about rich, but we are comfortable at least for the moment.
Oh, wonderful.
We have 780 silver.
Oh, they can get some nice rooms then, if, you know, this place has any. And I just, like, look around this small town compared to Wren's Run especially.
Yup. First thing to note, the Moonlit King said there's one more to be looking for that's all fucked up like you and your buddies. Go back to that backwaters town, Shiverdelve. Hell, you think I abuse the moon? You should see the shit Lycus gets up to.
Is it nighttime now, DM?
Yeah, most likely. You spent a lot of time in Wren's Run.
How's the moon looking?
It's pretty full. We're actually the 14th is considered the blood moon, and that's like that's a time when everyone kind of shuts the doors and locks everything up if you live in a forested area.
We should get lodging sooner rather than later.
I think that's a good idea.
You're within the walls of the town, so you're gonna be pretty safe, generally speaking. Yeah.
Having issues though.
True. So there are a few places you can stay. I'm just trying to find them on my list here. There's the Weave University, and there's a friend of Soren's that might be staying there. There's
Friend
Big
no
Ed.
longer.
You don't want to. You could stay at the Stinky Newt Cider House.
Absolutely, that's where I'm going.
That's the one.
You could stay at the Watcher's Safe House where you went to the chop shop.
Nope.
Nope, can't do that one. Sorry.
Nope.
Let's see. There's the Market Row pub you could stay at.
Inky Newt.
The Tanked Catfish.
What are you having at the market?
Olander heartily disapproves of every place that.
There's Port Edward. That's a fancy place.
Ooh, she likes that one then. I mean, Sam is all about the Stinky Newt. Let's fucking go there.
Let's go to the
It was actually fine last time we were here.
Yeah, it's just a cider house. They make cider.
It's called the Stinky Newt.
It's so good.
Yeah, they just put the newts in the cider. Remember, Shaw was like so enamored by the newts in the drinks.
I do recall.
This is also the town where Zara bought Emmy the stuff that the scarf is made from that we still have not had yet discovered what it fully does, have we?
Nope. For the record, Azara is still wearing the shawl thing that Emmy gave her.
Oh.
I'll let you know. Okay, you've spent enough time with this scarf, the Emerald Caravan scarf. That's what it's called. So, now that, Constance, you've been wearing this for a while, you can feel Emmy almost hugging you. As, once attuned to, you have an additional +1 recovery die. Because Emmy keeps you alive with a hug.
No.
I just love my friends so much.
Big cat hug. So, to the Stinky Newt then, where rooms are of an average price, of an average quality.
Stinky
you can get, so you can get room. There's the bartender, this half-orc fella, just kind of chomping on a pipe. And welcome to the Stinky Newt. What can I get you?
We require lodging for the night.
Oh, just for the night, or are you gonna be staying for a bit?
How long is it until the 14th?
Have you got a few days there, mate? Let's see. If today's 9th, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
Let's say 4 nights.
4 nights. I guess you don't want the whole week for the discount rate.
What is the discount rate?
Well, usually it's a room is 2 silver a night, but if you get for the whole week, it's the whole week is just 10 silver. It's quite a good deal.
So we get 2 days free.
If that's the way you want to look at it.
Sure. Let's do 2 rooms for a week.
All right,
Let's do 3. Just
3 rooms for a week.
30
I
silver.
sleep by myself. I need a lot of beauty sleep. I've got the whole face mask, the white noise machine. You guys wouldn't like it.
I need some space.
All right, 30 silver pieces then, folks.
And Constance and Azara bunk together again.
Yay!
I mean, you can get your own rooms.
No.
But that's expensive.
Also, note, Oleander doesn't even fucking sleep, but she gets her own room each time anyway.
It's like having a sleepover every night.
Yeah, I don't imagine Azara and Constance are very precious about having their own space.
Nope. Privacy? What's that?
Don't know her.
New phone, who does? Alright, so anyway, you get your lodging, you can set your things in your room, so you don't have to lug it all around town. Is there anything you want to do with the night while you're here, or are you going to just go to sleep and wait for the next day to do your digging around?
I have one thing, but everyone else go first, because I feel like I've already talked a lot.
I'll just get some dinner.
You're muted, Alex.
Constance, what's up?
I don't know, like, what, I don't know what Constance would do. I don't know. Probably just follow around Azara like a little lost sheep.
Did you ever open that note from Brother Judgment?
Oh yeah, I should take my meds, shouldn't I?
Probably.
I gotta take my medication.
So yeah, you got your syringe. The doctor's note says, you know, take this before the 14th. You know, you're gonna want to let it get through your system. And then also in Brother Judgment's note is also a note. So you got the man named Zebros. He has things the doctor requires.
So, yeah, Constance is gonna take her meds.
Do we see her do this?
No, she's gonna do that, like, in the room when she has a sec alone.
Yeah, there's the little sting from the syringe. And when that happens, your memory flashes back to when you were very young. And you're in a room with figure who's familiar, but always felt distant. They wear a long black coat. It's very proper, and they have like one of those brim top hats made of leather, and you just see it just from the shadows underneath the hat, these round green eyes staring out. And at the end, he's holding, a syringe between his fingers, and he's just like, "Don't fear, little lamb. This will only cause some pressure." And it's more than just some pressure. It's very painful. And then he just says, "Rise, little lamb. For we need to go see your sister."
Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like that. Just pushing that all the way down. Just deep down in there. Just
Constance,
my headphones have pushed it so far down.
You're pushing it down, but all you can kind of, you're pushing it down, there's just kind of just the image of a plague doctor mask kind of just cycles through your mind.
Do I remember what the doctor looks like? Is this like part of my memories at all? Like,
you've never seen his face, that's all.
Okay.
You've never seen his face.
It's just kind of one of those things that we don't question. We don't.
Yeah, like I said, he's a familiar figure, but he's always been distant.
Yeah, so I imagine Constance was probably laying down for this just in case she passed out.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna need a little time before she could come down to dinner. Maybe it's a nap time. How does she feel? How does, like, the...
Woozy. Definitely woozy. But then, yeah, it's not a great feeling.
I'm gonna pass on dinner tonight. And Constance will just stay in bed, not feeling good, and go to sleep. Eventually, maybe.
Poor baby.
At some point after dinner, if Constance doesn't come eat, Azara will go check on her.
Okay. Zara enters the room, a light streams in and kind of wakes you from your groggy nap.
Are you alright, Constance? Oh, sorry. Close the door. You didn't eat. I brought some bread and a glass of water.
I don't feel so good.
Oh no. I'll go over and check her forehead. Does she have a fever?
No fever. She's just kind of got the sweats, though.
Well, you don't feel feverish.
No, I don't know. I don't always have the best reactions to my medication.
I wasn't aware you took medication.
Only when directed. I don't need to take it very often, but it is not always pleasant.
Well, try and drink some water. If you can, I'll leave this bread here in case you get hungry. Just get some rest.
Thank you. I think I just need to lay down more and maybe sleep.
Okay, well, let me know if you need anything.
Thank you. And Constance will roll over and turn herself into a little bed burrito.
Oh, poor baby.
It's just me IRL.
Poor baby.
Yeah, I feel Constance hardcore right now.
Zara will leave the bread and water and then go get ready for bed.
That's fair. All right, Sora and Oleander, the night owls of the group.
Yeah, I don't sleep, so I think she pretty much is just hanging in her room unless anybody needs something. She might like be out walking Ida at some point. Just a note, she is at some point carefully cutting an article from the newspaper out about what happened in Covith and is like pasting it into her journal.
All right. When you do walk Ida, you do notice a lot of wolf howls in the distance. All right, Soren, you said you had something you wanted to do. Azara, what's up?
Just real quick, I want to say, it occurred to me that usually Azara prays to the astral star before bed. So there's going to be a moment where she's like walking to her bed to lay down, and she stops in front of the window and looks out the window up at the stars and sort of teeters there for a moment of indecision. Like, do I do it? Do I not do it? I'm not sure. And then she's going to jerk the shades closed and go to bed.
Ooh.
About an hour later, I'm gonna go wake her up. Be like, Azara, get up.
Yes, Zora, we should go in the hall.
The town's on fire. There's werewolves everywhere.
What?
It's a joke. It's a joke. Come on. I gotta show you something.
Don't scare me like that.
All right, I won't. It was a joke. I'm sorry. I just wanted to show you. We're in the hallway now. Constance is sleeping. That whole thing. I wanted to show you something, but you've got to follow me.
Okay.
I'm gonna take her to my room where the book is open on a desk in the room. Be like, all right. So you trusted me with this, and I'll get out the Chaos Heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's only fair that I show you my artifact in turn.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Soren. You don't have to do that.
No, I mean, it's, I think that, how do I put this? I've been growing more concerned that my days evading the gods of Maywood with everything going on are maybe coming to an end. So I just wanted to show somebody this before I'm locked away in the endless tunnels forever. So, you are the lucky winner.
Thank you, I think. Should we be concerned? Is there something we can do?
No, I would never compromise the three of you that way. Anyways, you said you trusted me, and I'm just gonna like hold out my hand for her to take it.
I will take it.
Okay, I'm gonna step into the book. You're muted.
Oh fuck, where are you stepping into in the book?
So I was hoping to step into a specific place.
What place?
I was hoping to hit up a candle night celebration. Soren's favorite place in the book.
Sure thing. The sky is illuminated with the floating candle lanterns. Everyone's kind of having this jovial time in the midst of the winter season. There's like a skating show that happens. Someone wrestles a puma. It's a time. There's drinks flowing freely. Candy's just being handed out by the market stalls. And a jolly bugbear with a big beard somewhere.
So, this is my favorite place. Candle Nights is my favorite time of year. I love the celebration. It brings people together. And this is my favorite place. In about half an hour, we're actually going to see a giant gelatinous cube explode from this tavern. And then these 5 just absolute crazy or foolish-looking individuals run over and try to stop it. It's hilarious. I love watching it every time. So.
Oh my goodness. But how does this work? I mean, we can't really be here. Is it an illusion?
I don't really know what it is. I know that you can't really interact with people, and I'll just go up and like whack some dude on the back of the head and just like nothing happens. I think it's showing us the world that used to be. At least one of them. I don't know which one, but.
So a memory or a recording of some kind?
Yeah, it's strange that I can go back to the same memory whenever I want. So, yeah, it almost does feel like a recording, but then there's also times where that veil is kind of pierced and I'm able to talk to people. Like, that's how I talked to the Moonlit King before we encountered him, so... And somebody I'm far more afraid of than the Moonlit King, so...
Oh?
Yeah, we'll get to that. But anyways, I just thought, I would show you what my artifact was all about. And it is my favorite place, so thought I'd like to show someone.
I mean, it's amazing. This is an extremely powerful artifact. Does it, like, actually feel like we're here? Is it, like, cold and... Yeah, I'm in my pajamas, so I'm just like...
Oh, right. I really should have warned you. We could probably go find you, like, a ghost coat. I don't really have one, or else I'd be a gentleman.
The jolly bugbear walks by, puts a big ol' like ornate red coat made of with fur edging onto Zara's shoulders. Oh, and have a good candle night to you.
See, there you go. See?
Thank you, and to you.
And he just kind of floats away, and summons a flying deer creature.
See, people are very nice here. There's really no rules here. It seems that some people can kind of see you. Like I mentioned, I talked to the Moonlit King, and some really can. So.
And can you bring items out from these places?
I haven't been able to, but maybe a clairvoyant more powerful than I could. I've never really fostered my own clairvoyance, so.
I mean, this is amazing. I mean, they say books are portals to another world, but this is...
Yeah, so this kind of brings me to my point of the Queen of Maywood wanting this back. I feel as if... Alright, I'm going to level with you, Zara. I know I've lied up until this point, and it was so successful, but I did actually steal this book.
Wow, I can't believe it.
Yeah. I also stole from the tour the other day, and I'll get out the little statue. I really don't steal often, but anyways.
Most people go their whole lives without stealing at all.
Do you think you will?
I hope so.
Alright.
Well, depends on your definition of stealing, I guess, and who considers stealing from to be bad.
See, exactly. I don't hold anyone I've stolen from in high regard. Well, except for Martin. That one's on me. That was just for fun. But I'll give it back.
Poor tour guide. It's gonna come right out of their paycheck.
Oh shit, actually I should go back.
Upon closer inspection, the toad creature idol's got these tentacles and eye stalks, and it's got this little label in Sylvan across the bottom.
What? Can I read Sylvan?
Probably. Yeah, you can, and you can't explain why ever since, you've been able to read some text that you weren't able to before ever since you interacted with the Moonlit King. And underneath the idol says, Brekik, god of the swamp.
Maybe we just leave this here. What do you think?
Can you leave things in these... whatever this is?
I don't know. So here's the sticky part, is that sometimes when I open the book, it'll take me to a random page, and I've only been able to bookmark a few pages. That's how I'm able to get back here. There's only 3 or 4 areas where I can actually return to. Otherwise, it's just random, and it almost feels like I'm rolling the dice to pick somewhere to land.
And there's no pattern at all to the things you see?
No. Some are beautiful, like this one. Some are absolutely horrendous, like seeing the Moonlit King and his family. So, actually, that might interest you.
And it does. Could you elaborate?
Right. So not the first time, but the first time I used the book once I met you all, I was actually taken to his matriarch, is what she called her, and she said some ominous shit that I don't honestly recall, but she was really upset about the void, and she was like bragging how her plan actually ended up working after all, and this whole mess. But
And have I heard of the matriarch?
If you've like kind of looked into anything about clairvoyance, she's the reason why everything's all messed up.
Well, then I have definitely heard of the matriarch. That's concerning.
Yeah, but don't get too alarmed, because I call all of my family, and we're not related in the slightest, most of us, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Well, matriarch is largely, well, almost single-handedly responsible for the mess we find ourselves in, and the convergence. And if the Moonlit King is working with or for her, that could be troublesome.
I'm not sure if their goals align anymore. The Moonlit King doesn't really strike me as someone who works for someone.
Does not seem like a team player, no.
I don't like working for anyone either, so I kind of understand him. Anyways, enough talk about the end of the world. This is my favorite funnel cake shop.
Alright. Give it a shot.
Alright, and I guess we will enjoy the rest of the time there until the book kicks us out.
You have a wonderful time enjoying the Winter Festival. You watch a Displacer Beast rodeo go down, and then you know, the gelatinous cube does end up blowing up in the big arena area, and those foolishly dressed adventurers go chasing after it.
This is my favorite part is our watch. He's about to fall. Oh, it's good. It's
beans!
Dear.
It's pretty funny. It happens every time you go to this page. And he's fine. He lived, actually, so it's fine. But actually, I think I have a story about him.
Hmm? Oh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was king of the ogres or something of that regard, but that tale's in here somewhere.
If this sequence of events repeats every time you hear it, it must be a memory.
I think so. I'm just concerned as to whose memory it is, because it is clearly someone who is around powerful individuals. I mean, look at this place. There's daggers to the hilt everywhere.
That's what I was wondering. There's no author's name on the book, or this book belongs to?
There's actually no text to the common eye. It's only because we're clairvoyant that we can read it. So I actually gave it. You remember that little guy, Kristoff? The little guy, yeah. So I let him read it, and he could not read it. So
that seems irresponsible, but all right.
Oh, you're just meeting me, right?
Okay, I think that person's unconscious. Should go.
Oh, if we try to heal them, it doesn't help. So I've tried that one. It's predestined, unfortunately.
Okay. Let's see.
It'll be fine.
That cube looks like it's about to destroy like half this town.
It really does. That little guy, he's always up to such shenanigans.
Those people seem very bad at their jobs.
Yeah, they are. They were. They still are, probably, if they're alive. I don't know. That one seems okay, and I'll point to, like, an older lady with a shield and a sword.
She is doing all right, yeah.
Yeah, she seems fine.
Roll me... Let's give it a roll in here. Both of you, give me an intelligence roll here. With your background.
8.
Nope.
Well, I'm well connected. Does that count?
A 14. I don't know what backgrounds of mine might be helpful here.
I don't know what your backgrounds are, so throw them at me.
Child of the Fae, devout, chosen one. I also have icon relationships with the Astral Star,
No.
the Law, and the Weave.
No. Alright, Chris, hit me with yours.
Silver-tongued, well-connected, the Watchers, nobility, the Law, and the Weave.
No. Izara, the old woman with fighting sword and shield, it looks familiar, but you can't put your finger on where you've seen it before.
Oh. That looks really familiar. Weird
Great
deja vu.
It's great technique.
A sword doesn't seem the most effective weapon against a gelatinous cube.
It's just kind of slicing it into more gelatinous cubes, but whatever.
You said they were foolish adventurers.
I did say that.
All right, so the book eventually kicks you out back into the real world.
Did the coat go with me?
No, the coat unfortunately stayed in the dream world.
So it seems like you can't bring things back.
We'll go find you that coat wherever that was someday. So.
Well, that was fascinating and actually quite fun.
You had fun.
I did.
All right. Just remember, that was the first time you ever had fun, and it was with me.
I've had fun before, Soren.
All right.
Sounds fake, but okay.
Yeah, sounds fake, but all right.
Okay. Listen. My life has been the way it has been. However, I have, never mind. I'm going to bed.
All right, good night.
Good night, Soren. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Now close the book.
Sorry, I was just tweeting from the account because this is a big moment. As Zara just said, she had fun. This is a big deal, folks.
This isn't the Azara we know. What?
Who is this Azara?
Who is this?
You love to see it though. Okay, so if there's nothing else anyone else wants to do, I'm gonna call it there because I'm tired and I'm out of stuff, kind of. I didn't have internet last night, so it was really hard to plan literally anything without the internet because I was like, ooh, I'll set up some combat maps and things. Nope. So anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. Do we want to go around and plug, or are we feeling lazy and don't want to do that?
I mean, whatever.
I'm cool with whatevs.
We can plug. We should plug. We haven't in a while.
Yeah, we should plug, I guess. All right. Sam, do you want to go first?
Sure. Hey everyone, I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at TheSamWisest. I'm the Samwise GameG. Here on Twitch, I'm the Accessibility Director here at Chromatic Chimera. You can also find me right back here on Mondays playing with No Initiative. We are off this coming Monday, but we will be back the following Monday with Season 5 of Quest the Soaring City, which is our final season of the series. So check that out. I can't give details, but I am going to be on a one-shot this Saturday night. So follow me on Twitter to get updates. If you are a fan of the Daxes, my sweet fur babies, you're going to want to catch this. It's going to be ridiculous. So check that out, and that's it for me.
I have nothing except this. Please come watch this again.
Go ahead, Lucy.
Sorry, I was not paying attention. I'm Lucy. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Bluebird Draws. I post a lot of art. I'm also on TikTok at LucyBlue66, where I post art process videos and talk about my book a lot. You can also find me over on Fat Dragon Gaming on Thursdays between 9:30 and 10 Eastern. I run our 5e pirate-themed campaign, Ladies Legacy. We are on tomorrow. I'm very excited. And you can also find me on Saturdays at 7:30 Eastern, playing in our Star Wars Scum and Villainy 5e campaign as Jayara, the Twi'lek operative. I believe we are on for that this week too. I think that's it for me.
Chris.
My plug is but a simple link, and that is all I will say. Enter.
Oh boy.
Follow at your own discretion.
Oh dear.
Oh shit!
Oh goodness.
Coming.
Soon.
Yes.
Oh, this is the most exciting bit of the night now.
Fuck
Now
this
it's
game.
real.
Fuck this game. I'm more. Chris, did you actually want to say anything, or do you just want to leave it a mystery?
That's it.
Hi, I'm Alex. I do this right now. For reasons I can't explain at this very moment, I'm going to get a lot of free time coming up, and I'm very excited about that. So maybe I'll have some projects coming up. follow us because it looks like the activity on the channel is picking up again. Tell your friends if you like City of Mist.
We got good stuff coming up.
So are we gonna go look at some shrimps now?
Is it shrimps?
Shrimps night. Shrimps night.
Shrimp night.
Shrimps. All right. See you next week, folks, as we actually do see werewolves in Shiverdelve. Good night and good evening.
Spoilers. Shrimp heaven now.
To the
Yes.
shrimps.
Lucy.
Look, we're without a compass, without Shaw. We don't know what to do. We're just
That went off the
dusting
rails
in.
so fast today. It was amazing.
I was, you'd think it would be Shaw throwing us off the rails, but he's the one who keeps us on track somehow.
Accomplished so little.
I know.
Anyway, we're gonna go look at shrimps. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Shrimp.
I accomplished a ton.